Have you ever wondered if someone secretly likes you, but they're just too shy to say anything? Sometimes, people aren't exactly forthcoming with their feelings, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. Ever notice someone acting strangely flustered around you? Maybe they trip over their words or ask you for help with things they could easily do themselves. Are they secretly crushing on you? Let's crack the code of hidden emotions and explore some subtle signs that might be screaming, "I like you." Stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. 1. Damsel in distress. Not really. Does she keep asking you for help with things she can totally handle herself? Maybe she needs help reaching that jar of pickles on the top shelf, again. While it might seem silly, this could be her way of creating an excuse to chat and spend more time with you. Think of it as a chance to be her hero, or at least her pickle rescuer. 2. Playing it cool. A little too cool. So, you walk into the room and suddenly she's acting aloof, maybe even a little cold. Don't be discouraged. This might be her way of overcompensating for her actual feelings. Think about it. If she really likes you, she might be nervous or worried about showing her true emotions. So, she puts on a mask of indifference to downplay her interest. The key here is to look past the initial coolness. Is there a hint of a smile when she thinks you're not looking? Does she seem a little flustered despite her best efforts to appear unfazed? These could be signs that her "I don't care" act is just that, an act. 3. The Makeover Mission. Have you noticed her looking a little more put together lately? Maybe she's rocking a new hairstyle or outfit right before you guys are supposed to meet up. This could be her subtle way of trying to catch your eye without being overly obvious. She wants to look her best, and while she might not say it out loud, it shows she cares about your impression. Next time you see her looking particularly radiant, take a moment to compliment her. It might just make her day. 4. The past is a window. Is she curious about your dating history? Does she ask about your exes or past relationships? This might not be idle gossip. She could be indirectly trying to gauge her chances with you. By understanding your relationship background, she might be figuring out if you're available and if you two might be compatible. So the next time she brings up your past love life, don't be afraid to be honest but kind about your experiences. 5. Keeping it casual or trying to. Sometimes, if a girl likes you, she might dodge conversations that get too personal, especially when it comes to emotions or romantic feelings. This is because she might be guarding her own heart a little. She might be interested in you but unsure how you feel. So, she steers clear of deep talks to avoid getting hurt if things aren't mutual. However, this doesn't mean she's not interested. Pay attention to other signs on this list. Does she still seem enthusiastic when you talk about other things? Does she laugh at your jokes and actively participate in conversations? These can be indicators that she enjoys your company, even if she's hesitant to jump into deeper territory. 6. The calendar caper. Does she casually inquire about your plans for the weekend, or ask if you're free on a particular night? This might seem like innocent conversation, but it could be her way of subtly planting the seeds for a hangout. She might be hoping to find opportunities to bump into you, or even see if you're available to ask out directly. The next time she mentions her schedule, take note of the details. Is she free the same nights you are? Does she seem particularly interested in your plans for evenings you haven't filled yet? These could be hints that she'd love to spend some time with you. 7. The coincidental encounter. Ever walk into a place and see someone you know completely unexpectedly? If it happens to be a girl you like and it seems a little too coincidental, it might not be a coincidence at all. She could be strategically showing up at places she knows you frequent. This is her way of getting closer to you without being too forward. Maybe she heard you mention you like a certain coffee shop, or saw you post about going to a local band's performance. Next time you have a chance encounter, see if her surprise seems a little too staged. Does she seem genuinely happy to see you, or maybe a touch flustered? These could be signs that she enjoys these coincidences a little more than she lets on. 8. The social media sleuth. Has there been a recent flurry of likes on your older social media posts? Does she seem to be engaging with your content more than usual? This could be her way of subtly letting you know she's thinking about you. Liking older posts is a casual way to interact without directly messaging you. It shows she's interested in what you're up to and wants to stay on your radar. So the next time you notice a like on a throwback photo, don't dismiss it. It might be a not-so-subtle sign that she's checking you out online. 9. The texting thrill. Does her mood seem to shift when you text her? Does she respond with extra enthusiasm when you initiate contact? This could be because she genuinely enjoys talking to you and is excited to hear from you. While she might not be the one to text first all the time, she lights up when you reach out. Pay attention to her texting style when you chat. Does she use emojis or seem to put extra effort into her responses when you text her? These can be indicators that she values your communication and enjoys connecting with you. 10. The Greeneyed Monster, maybe. Does she seem to take notice of the other girls you talk to? Maybe she asks about them or seems a little more attentive when you're interacting with someone else. This doesn't necessarily mean she's jealous, though it could be. But it does show a certain level of investment in your relationship status. If she didn't care about you, she probably wouldn't pay attention to who you're talking to. So while a little jealousy can be a green flag, it's important to look at the bigger picture. Does her attention shift back to you quickly? Does she seem happy to be included in the conversation again? These can be signs that she's interested in you and wants your attention. 11. The Preining Ritual. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. Does she subconsciously fix her hair or adjust her clothes when you're around? Maybe she straightens her posture or touches up her makeup a little more often in your presence. These might be involuntary actions that show she wants to look her best for you. She might not even realize she's doing it, but it's a subtle sign that she cares about your impression and wants to appear attractive in your eyes. So, next time you catch her doing a little preening ritual, don't take it for granted. It could be a sign that she's hoping to catch your eye. 12. The Memory Master. Does she remember things you mention in passing, even seemingly insignificant details? Maybe you mentioned liking a particular band or disliking a certain type of food, and she brings it up later on. This shows she's actually paying attention to you and the things you say. She might not just be making conversation, she could be genuinely interested in getting to know you better. So the next time she surprises you by recalling something you barely mentioned, take note. It's a sign that she's not just listening to your words, she's retaining information about you. 13. The Stealthy Glance. Ever catch her stealing glances your way when you're not looking? Maybe she looks at you and then quickly looks away when you make eye contact. This could be a sign that she's interested in you but is a little shy or nervous to make it obvious. She might want to get to know you better but is unsure how to approach you directly. So, next time you feel a gaze on you, try looking up and making eye contact. Does she smile or look flustered? A shy smile or a quick look away could be indicators that she likes what she sees and might be waiting for you to make the next move. 14. The Subtle Support System. Does she check in on you and ask about your day? Maybe she casually mentions she hopes you're doing well or asks if you need anything. This could be her way of showing she cares about you and your well-being, even in a small way. She might not be saying, "I love you," but she's showing she's thinking of you and wants to offer support. Pay attention to how she phrases her questions. Does she seem genuinely concerned about your answer, or is it just small talk? A caring tone and a sincere interest in your response can be signs that her feelings go beyond simple friendship. 15. The "Oops, I sent that to the wrong person." Text. Have you ever received a random text that seems oddly familiar, only to find out it was meant for someone else? This could be a clever and slightly awkward attempt to start a conversation with you. Maybe she sends a funny meme or a random question, claiming it was intended for someone else. It's a way to break the ice and get a response from you without directly admitting she wants to talk. The next time you get a seemingly misplaced text, take a moment to consider the content. Does it seem specifically tailored to you or something you might enjoy? If so, it might be a not-so-subtle attempt to connect. 16. The Friend Zone Detective. Does she ask about the people in your life, particularly your close friends or family? This could be her way of subtly learning more about your world and the people who matter to you. She might be trying to gauge if you're available for a relationship, or maybe she's hoping to impress the people who are important to you. Either way, it shows a deeper level of interest than just casual conversation. So the next time she inquires about your friends or family, pay attention to the details. Does she seem genuinely interested in getting to know them, or is it just surface-level questions? A sincere curiosity about your inner circle can be a sign that she's hoping to become a part of it herself. 17. The sudden silence. Does the room suddenly get a little quieter when you walk in? Maybe conversations seem to stall or people act a little flustered when you appear. This could be because the girl who likes you is around, and her presence makes her a little nervous. She might be worried about saying the wrong thing or acting out of character in front of you. So the next time you enter a room and the vibe shifts slightly, take note of how the girl who likes you reacts. Does she seem happy to see you or maybe a touch tongue-tied? A little nervousness can be a sign that your presence has a significant impact on her. 18. The shy and sweet act. Does she act a little more reserved or bashful around you than she does with other people? This could be because she has a crush on you and feels a bit out of her comfort zone. She might want to impress you, but is unsure how to act cool in your presence. Pay attention to how she behaves around others compared to how she interacts with you. Does she seem more outgoing and confident in other settings? If so, her shyness around you might be a sign that you make her feel flustered in the best way possible. 19. The conversation marathon. Does she seem happy to talk to you for hours on end, no matter the topic? This could be because she genuinely enjoys your company and wants to extend the conversation for as long as possible. She might find it easy to talk to you and appreciates the back-and-forth exchange of ideas. The next time you find yourselves deep in conversation, pay attention to her body language and engagement. Does she make eye contact and seem genuinely interested in what you have to say? These can be signs that she's not just talking to fill the silence, but that she values your thoughts and enjoys connecting with you on a deeper level. 20. The lingers and last words. Does she seem to find reasons to stick around after a conversation has ended? Maybe she lingers a little longer, asks one more question, or seems reluctant to say goodbye. This could be her way of subtly letting you know she enjoys your company and wishes the interaction could last a bit longer. The next time you find yourselves wrapping up a conversation, see if she seems eager to keep things going. Does she suggest hanging out again soon or maybe seems a little disappointed to part ways? These lingering goodbyes can be a sign that she wants to spend more time with you and is hoping to see you again soon. Conclusion. So there you have it. These subtle signs can be a girl's way of showing she's interested without outright saying it. Remember, not every girl will exhibit all of these behaviors, and some might even contradict each other a bit. The key is to look for a pattern and consider the context of your interactions. If you notice several of these signs from the same girl, it might be a good indication that she likes you back. The next step is up to you. Do you feel the same way? If so, why not take a chance and see where things go? Ask her out for coffee, strike up a conversation, or simply return the subtle signs of affection. This is just the beginning. If you're interested in learning more about deciphering romantic cues, there are plenty of resources available online and in bookstores. With a little practice, you'll be a love language expert in no time.